Do not spend these coins, because the next time you reach into your pocket, you might be holding a hidden treasure worth serious money. Rare U.S. Coins Alert. Some old coins look ordinary, dirty, and forgotten, but behind their scratches and age could be a silent fortune waiting to be discovered. Today, we are uncovering the top 6 most valuable Mercury dimes, wheat pennies, and Monticello 5 cents that collectors are secretly searching for. These coins are hidden wealth. These old coins are a treasure, and some details make these rare coins worth huge money. Check your pocket now, check your old jars, check those forgotten collections, because you could be unknowingly spending a coin that collectors are fighting to own. Stay with me until the end, because every coin gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking. The final discovery is something you do not want to miss. These change everything. Coin number 1. Imagine finding an old coin that has been sitting unnoticed for decades. A small piece of metal that most people would ignore, but collectors would stop everything to examine. This is not fiction. This is a real hidden treasure story, sir. And the first coin on our list is already a shocking discovery that proves old coins can become silent fortunes. The coin we are looking at today is the 1941 Mercury dime with no mint mark, an extraordinary piece that has survived from one of the most important periods in American history. Do not spend this coin. If you ever find one, treat it like a treasure, because this small piece of American history could be hiding serious money. At first glance, it may look like just another old dime, but collectors know that some details can completely change the story. This is one of those coins where a tiny difference, a specific surface appearance, and an untouched original condition can transform a forgotten coin into something collectors desperately want. The year 1941 was a turning point in America. The country was facing major changes as the world moved toward one of the most difficult periods in history. The economy was shifting, industries were preparing for massive changes, and everyday life was beginning to feel the pressure of a nation entering a new era. During this time, millions of coins were produced for everyday use, but very few survived decades later in exceptional condition. That is what makes this coin so fascinating. Millions may have passed through American hands, but survival is the real battle. Most coins were worn down, damaged, scratched, cleaned, or lost forever. The ones that remained untouched became the treasures collectors dream about. The Mercury dime itself has one of the most recognizable designs in American coin history. On the front, the coin features the famous portrait of Liberty wearing a winged cap. Many people mistakenly call it the Mercury dime because of its appearance, but the design actually represents liberty and the idea of freedom of thought. The winged cap symbolizes liberty of ideas, making this design one of the most meaningful images ever placed on a United States coin. Look closely at the details. Liberty's hair, the lines around the cap, the sharp edges of the design, and the overall strength of the strike are all details collectors study carefully. On a rare surviving example, these features can remain incredibly sharp, almost frozen in time. Flip the coin over, and the reverse reveals a powerful American symbol. A fasces, representing unity and strength, sits alongside an olive branch symbolizing peace. Every small line and detail tells a story from a different America, a nation preparing for enormous changes while still producing beautiful works of art in everyday money. This coin was made from a precious silver composition that gave it a special feeling in the hand. The 1941 Mercury dime contains 90% silver and 10% copper, creating the classic weight and presence that collectors love. It has a diameter of about 17.9 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.35 millimeters, and weighs around 2.5 grams. When you hold one, it has a different character from modern coins. It feels like a piece of history, a small artifact that survived from another generation. But here is where things become extremely interesting. The 1941 Mercury dime with no mint mark tells collectors something important. The missing mint mark means this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. For collectors, mint marks are not just tiny letters. They are clues that reveal where a coin was made and help determine its rarity, story, and collector demand. The condition of this coin is where the real excitement begins. An uncirculated example means this coin avoided the damage that destroys value over decades. Imagine a coin made more than 80 years ago that still maintains its original surface, original shine, and natural appearance. That kind of survival is incredibly difficult. Many collectors search for coins with natural toning, those beautiful colors and surface changes created slowly over time. Those marks of age can tell the story of a coin's journey. Never clean a coin like this. Cleaning may seem like a way to make it look better, but it can destroy the original surface and remove the very qualities collectors are willing to pay for. A cleaned coin can lose the trust of serious collectors because originality matters. That antique appearance, those natural layers, and that untouched surface can separate an ordinary coin from a true collector treasure. Collectors become obsessed with tiny details. They look at the strength of the strike, the sharpness of Liberty's features, the condition of the lettering, the quality of the fields, and whether the coin has maintained its original character. One small detail can completely change the value. This is why professional grading is so important. A serious collector wants confirmation from experts who can examine authenticity, condition, and preservation. If you believe you have a rare coin, protect it carefully and consider professional evaluation before making any decisions. The demand for coins like this continues because collectors know one simple truth. Every year, more rare coins disappear. Some are lost, some are damaged, and some are removed from the market forever by collectors who choose to hold them. When supply becomes smaller and demand stays strong, competition increases. At major auctions, these coins do not always create noise before the sale. Sometimes the most valuable coins attract quiet attention from experienced collectors who know exactly what they are looking at. Then, when bidding begins, serious collectors compete aggressively because they understand they may not get another chance. The 1941 Mercury dime with no mint mark in exceptional uncirculated condition has reached a market value of around $250. Zeroth. That is not just a number. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity sitting inside a small piece of American history. But remember, finding a coin like this is only the beginning. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original toning, preserve the surface, and handle it carefully. The biggest mistake people make is destroying value before they even realize they have found something special. If you are checking your old coins, pay attention to the year, the mint mark, the condition, the surface, and those tiny details most people ignore. Patience is golden in the world of rare coins. Sometimes the greatest treasures are discovered by the person who simply took the time to look closer. And this is only the beginning. Because the next coin on our list is even more shocking. It is another forgotten piece of American history with details collectors are desperate to find. A coin that could be hiding quietly while people unknowingly let it slip away. Stay with us because what comes next is bigger, rarer, and a hidden treasure you absolutely do not want to miss. Coin number 2. Imagine finding an old silver dime that has been passed from hand to hand for nearly a century. A coin that looks worn, forgotten, and ordinary, but hidden inside that aged surface could be a treasure collectors are willing to chase. Do not spend this coin. The 1926 Mercury dime with the S mint mark is not just an old coin. It is a hidden treasure, a silent fortune, and a piece of American history that many people could overlook without realizing what they are holding. This is not fiction. This is one of those rare U.S. coins that proves a small piece of metal can become serious money. Stay till the end because this coin has a story filled with mystery, survival, and details that collectors obsess over. And remember, what comes next is even bigger because every coin in this list gets rarer, more shocking, and harder to find. The coin we are uncovering now is the 1926 Mercury dime with the S mint mark, a rare survivor from an era when America was changing rapidly. Do not spend this coin because one small letter on this dime can completely change its destiny. The year 1926 was a fascinating moment in American history. The country was moving through the roaring 1920s, a time of economic growth, changing lifestyles, and massive industrial expansion. Automobiles were becoming more common, cities were growing, and American culture was transforming quickly. But behind this exciting period, the economy was also shifting, and millions of coins were produced to support everyday business. The problem is that most coins from this era did not survive in collectible condition. They were used, carried, dropped, scratched, damaged, and eventually disappeared. Every year that passes removes more examples from existence. That is why surviving 1926 Mercury dimes with special qualities become more valuable. The Mercury dime design is one of the most admired designs in American coin history. On the front of the coin, you see Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, representing freedom of thought and ideas. The beautiful details around Liberty's face, hair, and cap make this design instantly recognizable to collectors around the world. Turn the coin over, and the reverse reveals a powerful symbol of America. The fasces represents strength and unity, while the olive branch represents peace. Every detail was carefully placed, turning a simple dime into a miniature work of art. But the real excitement begins when collectors look closer. This is a 1926 coin carrying the S mint mark, meaning it was produced at the San Francisco Mint. That small letter S is one of the details collectors immediately search for because mint location can completely change the story of a coin. The San Francisco Mint had a reputation for producing coins that collectors carefully study today. The 1926 Mercury dime with the S mint mark became a target because surviving examples with attractive original surfaces are much harder to find than people expect. This coin was created from 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it that classic silver feel that collectors love. When you hold it, it has a presence that modern coins simply do not have. It measures about 17.9 millimeters across, has a thickness around 1.35 millimeters, and weighs approximately 2.5 grams. It may be small, but its history gives it a huge identity. Now here is where this coin becomes truly fascinating. The circulated condition tells a story. Many collectors love coins that show honest history. Those small signs of use, the natural wear, and the original character can reveal that the coin actually survived decades of real life. The gray layers and gray spots on the reverse side are not something to automatically fear. For collectors, natural aging and original toning can add character. A coin that has developed its appearance naturally over many years can become far more desirable than one that has been altered. Never clean this coin. This warning is extremely important. Many people think polishing an old coin will make it more valuable, but cleaning can destroy the original surface and remove the exact qualities collectors want. Original toning matters. Natural aging tells the story, and once that story is damaged, it can never be restored. Collectors searching for this coin pay attention to every tiny detail. They examine the mint mark, the sharpness of the design, the condition of Liberty's portrait, the lettering, the edges, the remaining details on the reverse, and the overall originality of the surface. One small feature can change everything. Professional grading is critical because experts can verify authenticity, evaluate condition, and protect the coin's true value. If you believe you have found one, handle it carefully, avoid touching the surfaces, and never make rushed decisions. The demand for rare Mercury dimes continues because collectors understand something important. The supply is shrinking every year. Some collectors purchase these coins and hold them for decades because they know rare examples do not appear every day. At major auctions, these coins often create intense interest. Serious collectors may quietly watch, wait, and then compete aggressively when the right example appears. They understand that owning a rare survivor is not just about money. It is about owning a piece of American history that may never return to the market again. The 1926 Mercury dime with the S mint mark, gray natural layers, and collectible circulated condition has reached a market value of around $280. That is not just a price tag. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity hiding inside a small silver coin. But remember, finding a rare coin is only the beginning. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original surface, respect the natural toning, and let professionals determine what you truly have. If you are searching through old collections, forgotten boxes, or inherited coins, pay close attention. Look for the year. Look for the S mint mark. Look for those special details that most people ignore. Because sometimes the biggest treasures are hiding where nobody thinks to look. And now, prepare yourself for the next discovery, because the next coin is even more unbelievable. It is a coin with a history so rare and a secret detail that collectors dream about finding. Stay with us, because what comes next could be the hidden treasure coin that changes everything. Coin number 3. This next coin might look like an ordinary old penny sitting forgotten in a drawer, a jar, or an inherited collection, but do not let its simple appearance fool you. Do not spend this coin. Hidden beneath its aged surface could be a silent fortune that collectors have been searching for. This is not fiction. This is a real hidden treasure story, and the 1941 wheat penny with no mint mark is the kind of coin that can completely change how you look at old coins forever. Stay with me, because this coin carries a secret that most people would never notice. A tiny detail, a natural surface, and a piece of American history all combine to create something collectors desperately want. These old coins are a treasure. These rare coins are big money. And what comes next is even more shocking. The coin we are uncovering now is the 1,941 wheat penny with no mint mark. Do not spend this coin because what appears to be a simple 1-cent piece could actually be a hidden wealth opportunity that many people accidentally ignore every single day. The year 1941 was a major turning point in American history. The United States was entering one of the most challenging and transformative periods the nation had ever experienced. Industries were changing, families were preparing for uncertainty, and everyday life was beginning to shift dramatically. Coins from this era were produced during a time when America was standing on the edge of enormous changes. Millions of pennies were created for daily transactions, but survival is what creates rarity. Most of these coins were used until they became heavily worn, damaged, or lost. Many disappeared forever. The examples that survived with strong details and original surfaces became the coins collectors started chasing. The wheat penny design is one of the most loved designs in American coin history. On the front of the coin, you see the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in American history. The detailed design captures Lincoln's image with remarkable craftsmanship, making every surviving example a small piece of the past. Turn the coin over, and the reverse reveals the iconic wheat stalk design. Two wheat ears surround the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design represents strength, agriculture, and the hard-working spirit of America. For collectors, this reverse is not just decoration. It is a connection to another generation. The 1,941 wheat penny with no mint mark carries an important clue. That missing mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. For collectors, the absence of a mint mark is not a mistake. It tells the story of where the coin was created and helps identify its place in American coin history. This penny was made from a copper composition that gives it a unique feeling and appearance compared to modern coins. It measures about 19 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness around 1.5 millimeters, and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. When you hold it, you are holding a small piece of a different America, an era when coins were made with a distinct character and craftsmanship. But now, the real mystery begins. The brown spots, natural layers, and black areas on the reverse side are details that collectors carefully examine. These surface changes can reveal a coin that has aged naturally over decades. A genuine antique appearance can add character and show that the coin has remained untouched. Never clean this coin. That warning can save a collector from making one of the biggest mistakes possible. Many people see dark spots or old coloring and think polishing will improve the coin. But cleaning can destroy the original surface and remove the very features that make collectors interested. Original toning matters. Natural aging matters. The story written on the surface of the coin matters. The almost fine condition of this 1,941 wheat penny makes it even more interesting because it shows a coin that survived real life while still preserving important details. Collectors understand that every mark, every layer, and every remaining feature represents a journey through time. When experts examine a coin like this, they look beyond just the year. They study the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the condition of the wheat stalks, the strength of the lettering, the edges, the surface texture, and whether the coin maintains its original character. This detail changes everything. Collectors are fascinated by coins that have survived decades without being destroyed. They know that every year more coins are damaged, cleaned, misplaced, or removed from circulation. The number of untouched examples continues to shrink, while interest from collectors continues to grow. Professional grading is critical for a rare coin like this. Experts can verify authenticity, evaluate the condition, and determine how the coin compares with others. If you believe you have discovered one, handle it carefully, avoid touching the surface, and protect it before making any decisions. The demand for rare wheat pennies remains powerful because collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying history, rarity, and the possibility of owning something that may never appear again. At serious auctions, these coins can attract quiet attention before creating intense competition. Experienced collectors understand that rare opportunities do not come often. When a special coin appears, bidders are ready because they know another chance may be years away. The 1,941 wheat penny with no mint mark, brown spots, natural layers, black reverse details, and almost fine original condition has reached a market value of around $260. Zeroth. That is not just a number. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin many people would overlook. But remember, do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original surface, respect the natural toning, and consider professional grading if you believe you have found something special. Check your old pennies. Look through forgotten collections. Pay attention to dates, mint marks, surfaces, and tiny details that most people never notice. Sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in the places nobody expects. And now, get ready because the next coin is even more unbelievable. The next discovery has a story that collectors cannot ignore. A rarity that makes people search through thousands of coins hoping to find just one. Stay with us because what comes next is bigger, rarer, and a hidden treasure that could change everything. Coin number 4. Do not spend this coin. What looks like an ordinary old penny could be a hidden treasure sitting unnoticed for decades. Imagine finding a small copper coin buried in an old collection, a forgotten jar, or a family box, only to discover that collectors are searching for this exact piece of American history. The 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark is not just an old coin. It is a silent fortune, a hidden wealth opportunity, and a treasure that many people could accidentally lose without knowing its true importance. This is not fiction. This is the kind of discovery that makes collectors check every old coin they can find. Stay till the end, because this coin has details that most people would completely miss, and those tiny details can change everything. Rare coins equals big money. These old coins are a treasure, and what comes next is even more shocking. The coin we are revealing now is the 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark. Do not spend this coin because hidden inside its aged surface could be a piece of American history that serious collectors would fight to own. The year 1950 was a powerful moment in America. The nation was moving into a new era after the challenges of the 1940s. Industries were growing, technology was changing, and families were entering a period of transformation. But behind this progress, millions of coins were being produced and placed into everyday circulation. Most people never imagined these small pennies would one day become valuable treasures. They were used for everyday purchases, carried in pockets, placed in cash registers, and passed from person to person. Over time, countless examples were damaged, lost, destroyed, or thrown away. The coins that survived with strong original details became the ones collectors started searching for. The 1950 wheat penny carries one of the most iconic designs in United States coin history. On the front, the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Every line of Lincoln's face, every detail of the design, represents the craftsmanship of a different time in America. Turn the coin over, and you discover the legendary wheat stalk reverse. 2 wheat ears surround the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design represents America's agricultural strength and the hardworking spirit of generations before us. But this coin has a detail that collectors immediately look for: the missing mint mark. The 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That small absence of a letter is not a mistake. It is a clue that tells collectors where the coin was created and helps identify its place in the world of rare coins. This penny was made from a copper composition that gives it a unique feeling and appearance. It has a diameter of about 19 millimeters, a thickness of around 1.5 millimeters, and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. When you hold it, you are holding a piece of history from a time when coins had a different character and craftsmanship. But now, this is where the hidden treasure story becomes interesting. The black spots on the reverse side, along with the brown spots and natural layers, create a surface that collectors carefully examine. These marks can tell the story of a coin that has aged naturally over many decades. A coin's surface can reveal its journey, and original appearance is one of the most important things collectors value. Never clean this coin. This warning could save a collector from destroying a fortune. Many people see dark areas, brown coloring, or old layers and think they should polish the coin. But cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and remove the exact characteristics that make collectors interested. Original toning matters. Natural aging matters. The untouched story of the coin matters. The fine condition of this 1950 wheat penny makes it even more desirable because it shows a coin that survived decades while still maintaining important details. Collectors do not just look for old coins, they look for coins that survived the test of time. They examine every part of the coin. They look at Lincoln's portrait, the wheat stalks, the lettering, the edges, the surface texture, and the overall originality. One small feature can separate an ordinary penny from a hidden treasure. This detail changes everything. Professional grading is critical when dealing with a potentially valuable coin. Experts can confirm authenticity, study the condition, and protect the coin's true identity. If you believe you have found one, handle it carefully and avoid making changes to the surface. The reason collectors desire coins like this is simple. The supply keeps shrinking. Every year, more old coins disappear. Some are cleaned, some are damaged, and some are locked away permanently in private collections. Collectors who own rare wheat pennies often hold them because they understand their importance. They know that finding another example with the right combination of year, condition, and original surface can be extremely difficult. At major auctions, these coins can create intense competition. Serious collectors may quietly wait for the perfect opportunity, and when the right coin appears, bidding can become aggressive because everyone understands how rare the chance is. The 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark, black spots on the reverse, brown natural layers, and fine condition has reached a market value of around $230. Zeroth. That is not just a price. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin many people would overlook. But remember, do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original surface, preserve the natural toning, and consider professional grading if you believe you have discovered something special. Check your old pennies. Look through forgotten collections. Search carefully because rare coins are not always shiny and perfect. Sometimes the biggest treasures are the ones that look old, worn, and forgotten. And now, get ready for the next discovery because the next coin is even more dangerous to ignore. It has a history, a mystery, and a rarity that collectors dream about finding. Stay with us because what comes next is bigger, rarer, and another hidden treasure coin that could completely change everything. Coin number 5. Do not spend this coin. Because the next coin we are revealing is the kind of hidden treasure that people walk past every day without realizing what they are holding. It may look like an old, forgotten 5-cent piece, but inside its worn surface could be a silent fortune that collectors are desperately searching for. This is not fiction. The 1945 Monticello 5-cent with the large P mint mark is a piece of American history that could turn an ordinary discovery into serious money. Stay with me because this coin has a secret detail that changes everything. Rare U.S. coins alert. These old coins are a treasure. These coins are hidden wealth. And collectors know that some details can transform a simple-looking coin into a life-changing opportunity. Check your old coins carefully because you might be holding a hidden treasure without even knowing it. The coin we are uncovering now is the 1945 Monticello 5-cent with the large P mint mark. Do not spend this coin. This small piece of metal carries a story from one of the most important moments in American history, and collectors are willing to search for years hoping to find one. The year 1945 was unlike any other. America was coming through one of the most challenging chapters in history. The nation was dealing with the final stages of World War II. Industries were under pressure, resources were carefully managed, and everyday life was changing quickly. During this period, the United States Mint had to adapt to difficult conditions. The demand for coins remained high, but materials and production methods were affected by the needs of the nation. Every coin produced during this era became connected to a remarkable moment in American history. The Monticello 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, became especially important during this time. On the front of the coin, you see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The design captures Jefferson's profile with detailed craftsmanship, creating a coin that represents American history in the palm of your hand. Turn the coin over, and you see the famous Monticello building, Jefferson's historic home. The image includes the beautiful architectural details of Monticello, along with the inscriptions identifying the coin's value and country of origin. This reverse design has become one of the most recognizable images in American coin collecting. But the real excitement begins with one small detail. The large P mint mark. The large P above Monticello is a detail that immediately catches the attention of collectors. During the war years, the Philadelphia Mint used the P mint mark on these special nickel issues, making them historically significant. For collectors, that single letter tells a story about the time, the place, and the unusual conditions surrounding the coin's creation. This coin was created with a special wartime composition containing copper, silver, and manganese instead of the traditional nickel alloy. This unique blend gives these coins a different character and makes them highly interesting to collectors. The coin has a diameter of about 21.2 millimeters, a thickness of around 1.95 millimeters, and weighs approximately 5 grams. When you hold it, you are not just holding a coin. You are holding a piece of an era when America was fighting, rebuilding, and changing forever. But here is where the hidden treasure story becomes even more fascinating. The black and gray layers on the reverse side, along with the black spots and natural aging, are details collectors carefully study. These surfaces can show the journey of a coin that has survived for decades. A naturally aged coin can carry a unique personality that cannot be recreated. Never clean this coin. This warning is extremely important. Many people see dark spots, old layers, or unusual colors and think cleaning will improve the appearance. But cleaning can destroy the original surface and remove the natural character collectors value. Original toning matters. Natural surfaces matter. The history written on the coin matters. The old condition of this 1945 Monticello 5 cent makes it fascinating because it represents survival. This coin has lived through decades of history, passing through hands, collections, and generations. Every mark tells a story, and collectors appreciate coins that show their true age. Experts examine every tiny detail. They look at the strength of Jefferson's portrait, the clarity of Monticello, the condition of the lettering, the edges, the mint mark, and the originality of the surface. One small feature can separate a common coin from a rare collector treasure. This detail changes everything. Professional grading is critical when dealing with a potentially valuable coin. Experts can confirm authenticity, examine condition, and determine how special the coin truly is. If you believe you have found one, protect it carefully and avoid touching the surface. Collectors want coins like this because supply continues to shrink. Many examples have been lost, damaged, cleaned, or locked away in private collections. The number available to collectors becomes smaller while demand continues to rise. Serious collectors often hold rare wartime nickels because they understand the importance of owning a piece of history. They are not simply buying a 5-cent coin. They are buying rarity, survival, and a connection to a moment America will never forget. At major auctions, these coins can attract quiet but intense attention. Experienced collectors know that the right example does not appear often. When one comes available, competition can become aggressive because everyone understands the opportunity may not come again. The 1945 Monticello 5 cent with the large P mint mark, black and gray natural layers, black spots, and old original condition has reached a market value of around $240. Zeroth. That is not just a number. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity hiding inside a small coin. But remember, do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original surface, preserve the natural aging, and consider professional grading if you believe you have discovered something special. Search through old collections. Check inherited coins. Look closely at those forgotten pieces that others ignore. Because sometimes the biggest treasures are not shiny, perfect, or new. Sometimes they are old, worn, and hiding in plain sight. And now, prepare yourself for the final discovery, because the next coin is even more shocking. It has a rare story, a collector secret, and details that could make people stop searching through thousands of coins just to find one. Stay with us because what comes next is bigger, rarer, and the hidden treasure coin you do not want to miss. Coin number 6. Do not spend this coin. This is the final discovery, and it could be the hidden treasure that makes collectors stop searching through thousands of coins hoping to find just one. It may look like an old, forgotten 5-cent piece covered with age, but hidden beneath those black spots and gray layers could be a silent fortune waiting to be discovered. The 1945 Monticello 5 cent with the large S mint mark is not just an old coin. It is a piece of American history, a collector's dream, and a rare treasure that many people could accidentally lose. This is not fiction. This is a real hidden treasure story. Stay till the end, because this coin has a detail that changes everything. Rare U.S. coins. Alert! These old coins are a treasure. These coins are hidden wealth. and collectors know that some forgotten coins can become serious money. Check your old collections carefully, because you might be holding a coin that collectors are fighting to own. The coin we are revealing now is the 1945 Monticello 5 cent with the large S mint mark. Do not spend this coin. This small piece of metal carries a story from one of the most important periods in American history, and its survival makes it something collectors cannot ignore. The year 1945 was a historic moment for the United States. The nation was experiencing the final chapter of World War II, a time when industries were working under enormous pressure and resources were carefully managed. America was changing, rebuilding, and preparing for a new future. During this difficult period, coin production faced unique challenges. The United States Mint had to continue creating coins while adapting to wartime conditions. Every coin produced during this era became connected to a moment when the country was fighting, sacrificing, and transforming. That is what makes the 1945 Monticello 5 cent so fascinating. Millions of coins entered circulation, but survival was the true challenge. Decades of use destroyed countless examples. Many were damaged, lost, or forgotten forever. The ones that remained with special details became the hidden treasures collectors search for. The front of this coin features the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The design captures Jefferson's profile with incredible detail, showing the craftsmanship of American coin production during the 1940s. Turn the coin over, and you discover the iconic Monticello building. The reverse shows Jefferson's famous home with detailed architectural lines, creating a design that represents American history, creativity, and tradition. But the detail that makes this coin special is the large S mint mark. That small S tells collectors this coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint. During the wartime years, mint marks became extremely important because they revealed where the coin was created and helped collectors understand its history. The large S mint mark is one of the first things experienced collectors look for. They know that certain wartime coins have a special place in American coin collecting, and the right combination of year, mint mark, and condition can create a truly remarkable discovery. This coin was created with a special wartime metal composition containing copper, silver, and manganese. This unusual blend gives the coin a different character compared to modern 5-cent pieces. It measures about 21.2 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness around 1.95 millimeters, and weighs approximately 5 grams. When you hold this coin, you are not simply holding 5 cents. You are holding a piece of an era that changed the world. But now, look closer, because this is where the hidden treasure appears. The black spots and gray layers on the reverse side tell a story of decades passing by. These natural surface changes can reveal a coin that has aged over time without being heavily altered. Collectors often appreciate original surfaces because they show the true journey of the coin. Never clean this coin. This warning is critical. Many people see dark spots, gray coloring, or old layers and think the coin needs polishing. But cleaning can destroy the original surface and remove the natural character that collectors value. Original toning matters. Natural aging matters. The untouched history of the coin matters. The old condition of this 1945 Monticello 5 cent makes it fascinating because it represents survival. This coin has traveled through decades of American history. Every mark, every layer, and every surface detail tells part of its story. Collectors carefully examine every small feature. They look at the large S mint mark, the sharpness of Jefferson's portrait, the details of Monticello, the lettering, the edges, and the originality of the surface. A single detail can completely change the importance of a coin. This detail changes everything. Professional grading is critical for a coin like this. Experts can verify authenticity, examine preservation, and determine the true collectible quality. If you believe you have found one, protect it carefully and avoid touching the surface. The reason collectors want this coin is simple. Rare survivors are becoming harder to find. Some have been cleaned, some damaged, and many disappeared into private collections. Every year, the supply becomes smaller while collector demand continues to grow. Collectors who own rare wartime nickels often choose to hold them because they understand their long-term importance. They are not just holding a coin, they are holding a piece of history that may never appear again. At major auctions, these coins can create intense competition. Serious collectors may quietly watch for years, waiting for the perfect example. When one appears, bidders understand they are competing for a rare opportunity. The 1,945 Monticello 5 cent with the large S mint mark, black spots, gray natural layers, and old original condition has reached a market value of around $260, zeroth. That is not just a number. That represents hidden wealth, a silent fortune, and a life-changing opportunity hidden inside a small piece of American history. But remember, do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. Protect the original surface, preserve the natural layers, and consider professional grading if you believe you have discovered something rare. Check your old coins carefully. Look through forgotten collections. Search the coins that others ignore, because sometimes the greatest treasures are not bright and shiny. Sometimes they are old, aged, and hiding in plain sight. And now you know the 6 hidden treasure coins that collectors are searching for. But the hunt does not end here. Somewhere out there, another forgotten coin could be waiting for the person who notices the one detail everyone else missed. Keep searching, because the next discovery could be your silent fortune.